Forum Videos, I'm Peter Loshak with a special breaking industry news report concerning the web domain Bodog.com. Bodog.com was, of course, one of the biggest sports betting websites during the 2000s, and Bodog was inarguably the most recognizable internet sports betting brand in the world. But as everyone found out on the evening of February 27, 2012, the web domain Bodog.com was seized by the Department of Homeland Security. The seizure of the specific Bodog.com web domain, though, will likely cause no hiccups to any players, as that domain name hasn't actually been in use for sports betting or for any other commercial purpose for a long time, and no other Bodog brand properties will be affected. Bodog.com stopped serving U.S. players in 2011, and a related Bodog brand, the sports betting website Bovada.lv, issued a statement saying that the domain seizure hasn't, quote, in any way affected the operations of Bovada, and it's very much business as usual. The account details and funds of our players remain totally secure. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact us at 1-800-263-0000 or service@bovada.lv. Along with the domain seizure, Bodog founder Calvin Ayre and 3 others were indicted on 1 count each of conducting an illegal gambling business and money laundering. The investigation leading up to the indictments involved undercover federal agents who set up Bodog accounts in Maryland, deposited money, bet on sports, and cashed out balances. Additionally, a former employee of Bodog was a confidential informant who gave inside information alleging how Bodog was managed and operated and by whom. In the end, though, this seizure looks like it'll have no real-world effect other than firstly being an annoyance to Mr. Ayre and the 3 others indicted, none of whom reside in the United States, and secondly, of course, scaring potential players who might be confused as to what actually happened. At SBR, we've done a number of interviews concerning similar web domain seizures and Homeland Security indictments with gaming expert I. Nelson Rose, and Professor Rose has repeatedly said that incidents like these are intended to bully operators and scare potential players, and it appears that this case falls right in line with that. Calvin Ayre released a few statements over the past 24 hours on his industry website, calvinayre.com, one saying, quote, "Not sure what to say. Bodogbrand.com is a brand licensing organization based outside the U.S. The brand left the market last year, and the domain in question has been dormant globally for longer than that. We are only currently doing brand licensing deals outside the U.S., so this domain had no place in any of our current plans." And Calvin had a second statement saying, quote, "I see this as abuse of the U.S. criminal justice system for the commercial gain of large U.S. corporations. It's clear that the online gaming industry is legal under international law." Calvin's second quote is likely referring to constant speculation that the U.S. government is looking to clear out online gaming competition for the large Nevada-based casino corporations to take over the U.S. market if and when online poker becomes legalized and regulated in the U.S. But this incident also, once again, does highlight how vulnerable websites that have a .com or .net domain name, even those based outside of the United States, are to seizures by U.S. authorities without due process. Any website with a Verizon-hosted domain name can be seized, which is why almost all gaming companies now have .eu, .lv, or .ag sites. So to sum it all up, no bank accounts have been seized, as was the case with other domain name seizures in the past, and everything does appear to be business as usual for all the Bodog brands that were operational the day before the Bodog.com seizure. So the epic plotting struggle between the U.S. government and online gaming companies continues, and we will continue to monitor this chapter of the story at SBR and also provide updates as more information becomes available. You can also follow discussions about this at the Sportsbook and Industry Forum at sbrforum.com, and you can read Calvin Ayre's personal commentary on all of this at calvinayre.com. For SBR Forum Videos, I'm Peter Loshak.